If you see, it's Ron. Thanks for joining me. Hey, I've got a big pile of 45s to show today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into two parts. So it's a two-part video, because otherwise it just would have ran way too long. So part one's right now, and then as soon as possible I'll be loading up part two. So let's check them out. Alright, these are the singles that I promised, and I got them at a lot of different stores. Some stores I got maybe 3 or 4 in one place. Most are really nice. Some of them are in lesser condition, but they play very well. And price range, I paid anywhere from $1 up to $4. And a couple of them I paid more than that, but they were really nice, so it was worth it. But you know, you put them all together as a whole, and I did quite well. So we're gonna get going with the Monkees, and I got this beautiful I'm a Believer, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone 45 with a picture sleeve. The sleeve is just beautiful, excellent condition, almost near mint, really. And I got a nice 45 to go with it. Now this one I did pay up on this one, but still below what I would have to pay for it on eBay. So pretty glad to get that. Then this one I did quite well on. This was only $1.50, and it's actually an upgrade. The one that I had was lesser condition than this, and it had writing on the back of the sleeve. So I think I might have switched out the records. I think my record was better than the one it came with. But yeah, really glad to get that one. And then I got the Rolling Stones Painted Black, nice picture sleeve. On this one I paid $2.50 for, and it came with sort of a VG 45. That's a nice sleeve. This one I couldn't believe. I'd never ever seen a Nancy Sinatra picture sleeve before. And in fact, she only put out 2 of them. One of them was from the early days, from like 1962. And this one came out 5 years later in 1967. And Lightning's Girl is just really cool, sort of a garagey pop fuzz number that was written by Lee Hazelwood. And in fact, this is just so good, I'm going to play a little bit of it right now.
I told you that I'm Lightning's girl, but you keep hanging around. If lightning never catches you, he's got to put you down. About 6 feet. Stay away from Lightning's girl and his part of town. Stay away from Lightning's girl or he'll put you down. Yeah. Better stop your grooving round. Another rooster's hen. If lightning ever catches you, he's got to do you in about 2 minutes. Stay away from Lightning's girl and this part of town. Stay away from Lightning's girl or he'll put you down.
Alright, we're going to continue with the Beatles. And this was another one that I found. I was in the store and the clerk had just put in, I saw him putting in a big stack of 45s over at the 45s bin. And he put in a whole bunch of Beatles. And unfortunately, most of it was not in very good condition, nothing that I would want. But I did manage to pull out a few out of there that were nice, and they were cheap. This one I probably paid $3 for, with the picture sleeve. Pretty nice picture sleeve, VG Plus picture sleeve. And it had the 45 with it. And then I got a pretty good, We Can Work It Out Day Tripper out of that same stack. And this was another one that was $3 with the 45. And this one didn't have a record, but it was only $1.50, so I went ahead and snagged it. Oh man, I could not believe this one. I got a pretty nice Laney Madonna at the Inner Light. And this one was a little bit more. They put $4 on this one. But look what it had on the inside of the sleeve. It had the Beatles fan club insert that came with this 45. And these are pretty rare. And it's totally complete. I've never even seen one of these before. So I was just blown away when I looked in the sleeve and that was in there. I mean, the insert alone is worth about $20. And it's a nice shape too. It's totally complete. It's got a July of '68 date on it. Man, I was so glad to get this. This next one is a Beau Brummels 45 on Warner Brothers from '67. And this is their first 45 that they put out on Warner Brothers. And it's a cover of Bob Dylan's One Too Many Mornings. And so this is non-album. And the B-side's non-album as well. And it's called She Reigns. Now this one's not in very good condition. It's scuffy and stuff. But it plays very well. So let's give it a little bit of a listen.
Down the street the dogs are barking and the days are getting dark. As the night comes in a falling, all the dogs will lose their bark. In the silent madness shatters from the sounds inside my mind. I know there's one too many mornings, one too many mornings, yes sir, one too many mornings since you're gone, since you're gone. Now from the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. As I turn my head back to the room where my love and I have stayed. Yes, and I gaze back to the street, all the sidewalks and the sand. I know there's one too many mornings, one too many mornings, yes sir, one too many mornings.
to continue with Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. Now this one is one of the ones I paid like $1.50 for, but it had the 45 with it. And the Ambushers is not on the album, and it says it's from the movie of the same name. Then I got another Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart, Alice Long, P.O. Box 9847. Those are non-album tracks, I believe. That's the same song that the Monkees did. These guys wrote a lot of hits for the Monkees. Now this one I had in my collection, but this is only the second copy I've ever seen. And I live in Phoenix. This is basically a Phoenix record. And you can see it's on Capitol Records. Hubcap and the Wheels were a band that was on the Wallace and Ladmo show in the early mid-60s. And they were kind of the answer to the Beatles' British Invasion. Just good old 50s styled rock and roll. And the singer right here, Hubcap, is actually Pat McMahon, who was a disc jockey, and he did most of the characters on the Wallace and Ladmo show, including he played Gerald. And then this is the Mike Condello combo. This is Mike Condello right here. And this is Ray Traynor. And this is Rich Post. And they had names. Their names were Terry Cloth, Ty Clip, and Ry Crisp. And then we had Hubcap. And look at those eyebrows on Hubcap. So there's actually videos of these guys on YouTube, and they even appeared on the Steve Allen show. So I'll try and put a link into this video so you guys can click on that and check them out. So we got Cy Cry Almost Die, which is an Everly Brothers cover, and we got Boney Maroney, which was a Larry Williams cover. So yeah, this was I actually upgraded my vinyl on that one. This is the one that I had, so it's a very nice picture sleeve. And then I upgraded my vinyl from that record, so glad about that. This is an interesting garage record. It's by a band called The Inn. And it's on Hickory. It's a white label promo, probably 1966. And this is actually the A-side. It's a garage version of Wilson Pickett's In the Midnight Hour. And it's also average. You know, it sounds live, but it might be fake audience on the record. And then the B-side's the real jewel. Just Give Me Time. And that's a very good fuzz garage rocker. And let's give it a listen.
So long.